Right, it's another beautiful day on 32 FM 94.9, the station where joy resides. It's the Break of Dawn newspaper review on this dial. My name is Chike Owogo, and dear listener, it's good to know you're there this morning. I'm not here alone. I'm also here with Laide.
My name is Olaide Amosu. Welcome to another beautiful Friday morning right here on the Break of Dawn newspaper review. And of course, yes, we are going to be taking a look at the stories in the dailies for you today. And after that, of course, you can also go head over to our YouTube page at 32FM 949 Ibadan to make sure to drop your comment and, of course, take a look at what's going on in the studio. And after that, of course, we'll open up the phone lines for you to call in and give us your thoughts. But before then, Mr. Chike will be... Oh, did I say Mr.? Chike will be starting off with the papers, the headlines in the dailies this morning.
All right, I have with me the Guardian newspaper, the Daily Post, and also the Nation newspaper this morning. Let me start with the Guardian newspaper this morning. Bold headline, Prophet defies 22-year-old pregnant lady in Ondo. And Lagos State Government has councils on resilience, economic growth. We also have this one, SAAA, to restart Lagos Johannesburg operations. That's the flight. That should be a flight. Okay, philanthropists urge more investment in health sector. We also have this one, Kebbi Bauchi governors present 189 billion naira and 195 billion naira budgets for 2022. Please partner AGN to promote peace, security in Imo. We also have here NBA urges Buhari to set up panel of inquiry over invasion of Justice Odeli's home. That's Guardian newspaper. We have this group plans conference on challenges facing Muslim women, and court restrains energy firms, others from accessing funds over 32 billion naira debt dispute. Court restrains energy firms and others from accessing funds over 32 billion debt disputes. These are some headlines from the Guardian newspaper this morning.
All right, taking a look at the Punch newspaper this morning. Senate probes land grabbing allegations against Lagos prominent families. Senate probes land grabbing allegations against Lagos prominent families. And of course, another top story here is fuel marketers predict 170 naira per litre, claim supply drop. NNPC disagrees. All right, so we're looking at the increase in fuel price. Oshoala, Indidi, Onyekuru donate 1 million naira each, okay, to Davido. Davido is still in the news. Prophet rapes 8-month pregnant lady during private deliverance session. Current security challenges in Nigeria, price for National Development Minister. We'll be taking a look at these stories and some other ones this morning. Ohaneze attacks DSS over Nnamdi Kanu's detention. Lawyers allege torture. Okay. Ogun Assembly orders Nollywood actors arrest for parading self as monarch. Okay. Still taking a look at some stories this morning. A quick dive into the world of business. Manufacturers, all banks, 3.71 trillion naira. Borrow 520 billion naira in 8 months. And experts blame high unemployment, inflation, as GDP falls to 4.03%. Experts blame high unemployment, inflation, as GDP falls to 4.03%. Still looking at the Punch newspaper. Federal government public works beneficiaries protest non-payment of stipends in Benue. And Aregbeshola Oyetola camps trade blame as gunmen attack factional APC meeting. And that's worrisome. Okay. PDP postpones Northwest Zonal Congress. And that's that this morning, of course. And we'll be heading over to the next paper this morning.
All right, from the Daily Post this morning, we have here 6 years into Buhari's insecurity promises. Killing spree continues despite technical defeat of Boko Haram. That is from the Daily Post. More headlines. Buhari finally reacts to NSA's panel report. What did he say? We'll get to read that. U.S. Secretary of State meets Buhari at presidential villa. Hoodlums attack APC factional meeting in Oshogbo. We also have more headlines here. Ogun Speaker, lawmakers visit ex-Ogun Governor Segun Oshoba after surgery in the UK. Will tackle suit in Rivers. Federal government will tackle suit in Rivers. Federal government. Legalization of cannabis will take Nigeria to dark days. NDLEA. Ogun. Governor Abiodun appoints new Attorney General. FCT Minister meets teachers as union begins strike over security. Nigerian government, Abuja, Lagos forces funding anti-Yoruba Nation agents. Akintoye. Okay, let me take that headline again. Nigerian government, Abuja, Lagos forces funding anti-Yoruba Nation agents. That's from Professor Banji Akintoye. INEC to test run bimodal voter machine on other elections before 2023. That's from Gaya. Hoodlums attack APC factional meeting in Oshogbo. Bayelsa APC crisis. Chieftain berates Silva over party setbacks. Electoral misfortunes. Zamfara PDP drags state government to court over planned demolition of secretariat. And in 2023, Amosun's campaign banners resurface in Abeokuta. Some headlines there from the Daily Post.
Okay, taking a look at Vanguard now. The Vanguard newspaper this morning. NSAS protest, resign or be sacked. Reps Minority Caucus tell Lai Mohammed. NSAS protest, resign or be sacked. Reps Minority Caucus tell Lai Mohammed. And in the world of sports, Super Eagles coach raw to no fate next week. Sports minister. 2 secondary school students remanded for alleged gang rape. There are errors in leaked Lagos NSAS report as coming from a panel member. The listing of Nigeria from religious freedom blacklist excites federal government. Lai Mohammed there. No one confesses yet to killing OAU postgraduate student Adegoke, and that's coming from the police. A profit taken. NGX extends losing streak by 33 billion naira. And looking at another story here, NAS will transmit past Electoral Act Amendment Bill to Buhari for assent this week. That's coming from the Senate. NAPS task federal government to disregard MSc holders for rectorship. NAPS task federal government to disregard MSc holders for rectorship. And now Delta State Assembly Speaker Oborevori bags double awards, and we'll take a look at that story too as well. NLC blames fuel scarcity on marketers in Yola. NLC blames fuel scarcity on marketers in Yola. Another story here. VAT, other taxes record declines. As federal government, states, local governments share 671.9 billion naira. Okay. Reps bill set to move place CCT under judicial supervision. And more story here. Strike. Federal government promises to address ASU's basic demand within 7 days. Strike. Federal government promises to address ASU's basic demand within 7 days. And one last story here before I go. SIP. 9 million Nigerian pupils benefit from school feeding program, says federal government. SIP. 9 million Nigerian pupils benefit from school feeding program at federal government, says federal government. Okay, federal government plans 100% growth in crude oil output. And federal government plans 100% growth in crude oil output. And finally here, Buhari approves 656 billion naira fresh budget support facility for states. Buhari approves 656 billion fresh budget support facility for states.
All right, still on the Breaker Dawn newspaper review on 32 FM 94.9. I still have the Daily Trust newspaper here, and we'll be joined shortly by our analyst, Austin Ndumo, to do justice to some of these headlines. Here we have Nigeria's GDP grows by 4.03% in third quarter. That's from the Nigerian Bureau of Statistics. Federal government owes over 90 billion naira pensions of closed agencies. We also have here Nigeria joins $7 trillion global halal market. That's from the Standard Organization of Nigeria. And lastly, MPA remits 90 billion naira into federation coffers. We'll be going on a short break now, and when we come back, we'll be joined by Austin to do some justice to some of these headlines. Then later on, we'll open the phone lines for you to call in and contribute and see one or two stories that resonate with you this morning. In case you're first timer, the numbers to call then will be 0705 5949 and 080 97949. It's the Breaker Dawn newspaper review. Don't go away. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned to 32 FM 94.9.
To all the children of the world, standing tall and trying to grow. You can have it when it's warm, and then sing this song. I love my Indomie, Indomie, Indomie. Yes, I love my Indomie.
Indomie noodles. Tasty nutrition, good for you.
Yes, children love Indomie.
ọ̀rẹ́ ọmọbìnrin yẹn ń lo nǹkan kan. ṣó o tún ti bẹ̀rẹ̀. abz làṣírí ibẹ̀ ọṣẹ ìfọyín close up kún fún antibacterial zinc abz bẹ́ẹ̀ ló ń fúnni ní ààbò tó péye ìlọ́po mẹ́ta àti pé a tún fún eyín ẹ̀ ní ìtura ìlọ́po mẹ́ta ó yàtọ̀ sọ́ṣẹ ìfọyín ṣá.
gbogbo èèyàn ló máa gbélé yìí o.
láìdé. ọṣẹ ìfọyín close up ti tún kún fún antibacterial zinc pẹ̀lú ààbò ìlọ́po mẹ́ta àti ìtura tó péye ìlọ́po mẹ́ta.
Me and you, let's get to Ghana. Right, Jalo. This is Ghana. You've come here to seek for greener pastures. Make it your worthwhile. Your uncle is not supposed to be touching you like that.
I have a lot of uncles. My father has a lot of brothers, and my father's brothers have cousins.
Unwrap all the baggage in the new Showmax original comedy series starring Basket Mouth, Akanani, Jocelyn Dumas, and more. Watch Ghana Jollof weekly only on Showmax. Subscribe from 1,200 naira monthly. Sign up now at showmax.com.
ká tó bá ní ìrìn àjò ó yẹ ká mọrúfẹ́ ẹni tá a fẹ́ bá rìnrìn àjò torí ká má bàa sọnù ká tó sọnù ìdí sì nìyí tí gbajúgbajà iléeṣẹ́ atọ́nisọ́nà tó mójúlẹ́jà bí agbanisíṣẹ́ ṣe lè pàdé ẹni tí ń wáṣẹ́ pàápàá jùlọ láwọn orílẹ̀-èdè tó wà lókè òkun.
FMH International HR là ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ẹ̀ àwọn ni alábàáṣiṣẹ́pọ̀ pàtàkì pẹ̀lú àjọ oníwádìí ìjìnlẹ̀ àgbáyé tá a mọ̀ sí United Nations Volunteer Research Group.
ní báyìí iléeṣẹ́ FMH International HR ti ṣèwádìí tó jinlẹ̀ wọ́n sì ti rí gbogbo ìṣòro lọ́kan òjọ̀kan èyí tí àwọn ọmọ ilẹ̀ yìí tó fẹ́ lọ ṣiṣẹ́ lókè òkun fojú winá ẹ̀.
ìdí gan sì rèé tí wọ́n fi ń ké sí gbogbo ẹni tí jì sọ́fì àwọn alágbèédá lórí ipa afẹ́ lọ sílùú èbó lọ ṣiṣẹ́ tàbí ìwọ ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń gbèrò láti máa gbé tàbí ṣiṣẹ́ lókè òkun lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́.
wọ́n ti ṣetán láti ro ọ lágbára pẹ̀lú information tó nílò láti mú àlàyé rẹ ṣẹ pẹ̀lú ìrọ̀rùn ọ̀fẹ́ ni ìmọ̀ràn àti ètò ìtọ́nisọ́nà yìí o tètè kàn sí FMH International HR báyìí ní 3rd and 9th floors Cocoa House Ìbàdàn.
telephone 081-000-56451 àti 081-155-14779.
With INT'L Home Broadband device, your home is connected and you all can focus on the important things in life. Enjoy the finer things in life in the INT'L HBB seasonal offer. Visit any certified INT'L shop to get a 4G MiFi at 9,999 naira plus up to 55 gigabyte bonus data, or router at 19,999 naira plus up to 160 gigabyte bonus data. Offer valid while stock lasts. Terms and conditions apply.
INT'L, the smartphone network.
Have you heard? There's a seasoning for every meal, yeah. On the seasoning is full of flavor, yeah. Delicious, tasty, yeah. Mama's happy day, lo, lo, lo. My hunger. Rich flavor, aroma, delicious, yeah. Mama's happy day, the fresh cookie, yeah. Great flavor, oh, oh.
stronger. Mama's helping hand.
Children, it's that time of the year again where we win. Let's take a trip down memory lane.
TV alálẹ̀ mọ́gìrì 32 inches lẹ́tí láǹfààní àti jẹ fọ́mọ yín báyìí. Èyí tó wà nù káàdì yẹn náà ni Android phone. Ọmọ yín ti jẹ́ kẹ̀kẹ́.
Introducing Letter to Santa. Season 2 unveils incredible gift from Santa. The raffle show on radio comes up weekdays 5:15 to 6 p.m. and weekends 5 to 6 p.m. daily. You can pick up a form and see Santa for just 2,000 naira only at Jericho Mall, or we'll bring to your school. Letter to Santa commences on the 23rd of November till the 24th of December 2021. Visit www.32fm.com.ng/Santa to buy your tickets online. Call Auntie Yellow 08036515050 or Aramide 07044263 Proudly sponsored by Colgate, Kellogg's, Flour Mills Nigeria. Supported by Power Oil.
32 FM 94.9. Filling the world with laughter.
All right, welcome back, dear listener, to the Breakathon newspaper review right here on 32 FM 94.9. We're also already in the studio is Austin Iduma, but before we bring our analyst on this morning, do make sure to go over to our YouTube page at 32 FM 949 Ibadan to check out, and of course leave your comments right there in the comment section, as we will be taking a look at them after taking a look at some stories this morning with our analyst. Good morning, Austin.
Good morning, lady.
Good morning.
Austin, good morning.
It was not stressful.
That's good.
All right.
All right, there's this story here. Fuel marketers predict 117 naira per litre. Claim supply drop. NNPC disagrees. That's some bold headline there, front page of the Punch newspaper there. And then you want to ask Austin, 170 naira per litre, festive period. I think we spoke about this yesterday, that it's become a ritual at the end of every year. But for the past 3 years, it's been relaxed. So why this year? Is it the effect of the dollar to the naira? But here they're saying the effect is it's happening based on supplies.
Yes, supply shortages. I think the NFPC had to come up. Of course, there have been disagreements. The federal government through the NFPC has come out to say no. There's no reason why the cost of PMS should go up. Not as a result of the fact that the regulation could not have made the price to soar, but for the obvious reasons that the federal government is still in talk with the Nigerian Labour Congress as to the appropriate time for the actual deregulation of the downstream oil sector. So this most likely could trigger panic buying, artificial scarcity orchestrated by this particular news story. However, I think apart from debunking the insinuation or disagreeing with petroleum marketers, the federal government through the NNPC should do more to convince them if it is true that there's shortage of supply. Let them see whatever they can do to make supply relatively available in terms of the product. NNPC is the sole importer of PMS. So if you are the sole importer, by that singular act, it means that you have decided to eliminate some other third parties' influence as far as importation of PMS is concerned. That in itself is not entirely good for the economy. We have to liberalize the sector in such a way that business entrepreneurs who have the wherewithal, who can be trusted, should be able to bring in this product. So if NNPC is importing into the country, and they have also told us that they have large reserve in terms of billions of liters that can last for another 60 days, I don't see the reason why Nigerians should suffer untold hardship as a result of this speculative news that is coming up, because it could trigger a lot of issues that will warrant occasions for panic buying and also impose avoidable hardship, especially at this festive period, because there's going to be rush any moment from now of the movement of people from one end of the country to the other. So the federal government has said, no, we disagree. We can't sell for now for 170 naira per litre. For you to retain that cost, go beyond this paper denial. Take concrete steps, like the reason the marketers has given, make supply sufficiently available for the period.
Well, you want to look at this. If we're going to, if the federal government says maintain status quo, don't sell at 170 per litre, if federal government disagrees, for now, when will it not happen? How do we curb all this? We have some refineries that are not. It's beginning to sound like a broken record. We have refineries that are not that have not been reshaped. They've not been rejigged. After many years of allocating monies and all that to it, when will these end?
Yes, I think the idea of still maintaining the status quo in terms of subsidizing petroleum products in Nigeria is just postponing the
doomsday.
Yes, the evil day. It will surely happen. Total deregulation is the best way to go, economically speaking. But we'll talk about the aftermath of such action by the government in terms of non-availability or non-accessible of some other social services in the country. Because if social services are readily available, there's no need for us to continue to pay billions of naira or even trillions of naira in terms of subsidy. So such funds could be channeled to critical areas of the economy. The health, for example, fund education sufficiently to make education available for the people. Being that as it may, I think there is shame on government in Nigeria, successive administration, including the current government. For the past administration, 16 years, we couldn't even fix a refinery to work at, let's say, 50% capacity. It's a shame. And this government, before President Muhammadu Buhari came on board, we have a lot of promises, especially in the downstream oil sector. 6 years down the line, the government has not been able to eliminate what we call the landing cost. Because if we develop capacity to refine locally, we will automatically eliminate landing costs. Because as we speak in Nigeria today, Chike, we spend over 30% of our forests on the importation of petroleum products. So it means that something fundamentally is wrong with us as a people. We have budgeted collectively under this particular republic. We have budgeted close to 5 trillion on turnaround maintenance, and at the end of the day, we get nothing in return. Some of the refineries are moribund. So how come is it a rocket science? If we have budgeted money for subsidy that is amounting to over 20 billion US dollar cumulatively for a period of 20 years, Chike, how much does it cost to build a world-class refinery?
I was going to ask that since it's taking us 20 years now or more to not be able to have a refinery. It makes someone want, it begs the question in the mind that, are there people benefiting from the fact that Nigeria does not have its own refinery, and that's the reason why they're refusing or not taking concrete steps so that they can, create one eventually, and we can at least bring down this exorbitant amounts that we've spent or we've been spending so far?
Yes, for the purpose of argument, not as if we do not have refinery. We have petrochemical refineries in Nigeria, but they are moribund. They are not like the infrastructure is weak. They lack the capacity to refine. I give you an example. The Kaduna refinery, for example, for a period of 365 days, could not refine a barrel of crude. You understand? And the Nigerian government spent over 120 billion as operational costs for that refinery in terms of emolument allowances, salaries, and what have you. You understand? The MDs of this refinery collect as much as 15 million per month in terms of their take home. So this is the issue. Like you are asking, some people definitely are benefiting from the current situation we find ourselves. Why do we continue to vote money on turnaround maintenance on refineries that are not working. Let me quickly go back to Ajaokuta Steel Company. For a period of 1 year, Ajaokuta Steel Company got over 22 billion naira. And out of that 22 billion naira, about 20 billion naira goes into recurrence for that particular moribund steel company that we have in Nigeria. So if people are not benefiting from it, definitely we will not be where we are today. You understand? I was making a point the other time that to build a world-class refinery anywhere standard anywhere across the world, you need between $7 billion to $15 billion, and Nigeria has spent more than $15 billion on this our Haley refinery. We continue to pump money year in year out without getting result. Of course, if we cannot make the existing one to work, why can't we come up with full-fledged one? Some years ago, the last administration came on board with modular refineries. Licenses were given. Of course, investors refused to invest because of the volatile nature of the Nigerian economy. What is happening to modular refinery licenses that we have in Nigeria? Of course, one is coming up in Edo State. I think another one in Akwa Ibom State. What is the government doing to it? The idea of a modular refinery is that, for example, in the city of Warri, if we have a modular refinery, they should be able to refine products that can be sufficient for the metropolis of Warri, for example, to use. And that, if we are able to multiply them across the country, especially the Niger Delta area, that will ease up the pressure on other areas of the country. So let the government look at this issue very properly, because we lack functional refinery in the country. That is why we still continue to talk about landing costs in the country. If the government is able to ensure that our refinery work at optimal capacity, we develop local capacity to refine, we automatically eliminate landing costs, because we are spending our hard-earned forests on the importation of petroleum products. So it is shameful that we just extract in a crude form, export into another country for refining. You know, there are a lot of value chain in that particular crude that we talked about, but we now use money to bring in refined product. Is this not shameful? It's particularly shameful, especially to us as a country, that we cannot even refine petroleum products in the country. Under the Goodluck Jonathan administration, there is what we call crude swap policy, wherein we don't have to use forests. I think this administration had to look into that. When President Muhammadu Buhari came on board, because of lack of transparency in the process and management of that crude swap administration, it was abolished. Let's see if we can look into that. That will save us a lot of forest. All right. And if we are able to save a lot of forest, it will also add to us economically as a country.
Austin, let's move on to other stories. We have so many stories to analyze this morning. Okay, lady, what do you have there?
Okay, I'm staring at my screen right now, and there's a very bold headline here from the Guardian newspaper. NRC workers protest in Lagos, Ibadan, and Abuja. Now, the body of the story continues as SPN seeks upward review of minimum wage for Oyo workers. Now, activities at Obafemi Awolowo train station, Monia, Ibadan, yesterday shut down as the Nigerian Union of Railway Workers and Senior Staff Association protested against poor pay by the federal government. Now, we did talk about this, I think, about 2 days ago, that there was an impending strike from the Nigerian Railway Corporation, and now here we are. They're already on strike, and there are placards everywhere. Placards in Monia, placards in Lagos, placards in Abuja. What are your thoughts, Austin?
Yes. A point of correction. This is just a warning strike.
Okay.
3-day warning strike. It will last by tomorrow.
Okay.
Which means that the government still has a number of time to be able to mediate in the issue, so that the race strike will not have to commence. Because when you say a warning strike, of course, after this time out, some action will definitely have to follow. I spoke with some members of this organization not too far from where we are here, and they lamented their situation, that in all the agency. And I told them, I said, I felt you belong to federal agency, and we know the idea of what they collect. And the person painted the situation that a level 12 officer in their organization does not still earn up to 100,000 naira. What? And I said, wow, I never believed that could be real. He said in all the agencies, he started mentioning them. Of course, I'm not going to mention them. That it is this NRC staff that has been poorly and badly treated by the government. And one of them also painted the situation that after leaving office, maybe after spending 35 years, for example, they will go home with 2.5 million as their gratuity. So where would that take somebody? And you expect them not to be engaged in corrupt practices, in sharp practices. You want to sanitize this. These are the issue. I think the Nigerian authority had to look at this. And from the people I spoke to, they also said they are revenue generating agency for the government, that something urgently need to be done, that they are not trying to hold the system into ransom. They only want the government to extend the olive branch of what is applicable in other agencies of government such as theirs to them. So let the government, the Minister of Transportation Rotimi Amechi met with some stakeholder within that sector. Whatever can be, the meeting ended in deadlock. I don't know. It is lack of sincerity that always make our meetings and negotiations to end in deadlock, because one party want to deceive the other party. By the time you put all the issues on the table, you apply it as it is applicable to other agencies, I think we should be able to solve the problem. So this is just a warning strike, like I said earlier. It will terminate by Saturday. Then next week is another opportunity for the government to engage meaningfully and avoid it, because people are gradually migrating towards rail travel in the country. And yes, I think this should not truncate that particular innovation of the government.
All right, Austin, let's move to another story. Still talking about strikes. ASU may withdraw strike threats. Gbajabiamila, others intervene. Federal government promises payments. The National Executive Council of the Academic Staff Union of Universities will meet to consider the Thursday's intervention of the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Gbajabiamila, and the next line of action on the ultimatum given the federal government. The union's president, Emmanuel Osodoke, disclosed this in an interview after leading other officials of the union to a meeting with Gbajabiamila in Abuja. When asked if the union would call off the ultimatum based on the intervention, Osodoke said, he alone, quoting him now, he says, I alone can't decide for the union, but after this meeting, the NEC would meet and deliberate on the new development. End of quote. The headline there, ASU may withdraw strike threats. Gbajabiamila, others intervene. Federal government promises payments. Must we wait till this time before we dialogue with agencies and all these unions?
I think it's uncalled for. The federal government slacks at some point. That is why we are in the situation we find ourselves now. Some people will tell you that ASU is greedy. Of course, that can be debatable to a large extent. But when you enter into an agreement as a government, if they are greedy, tell them they are greedy. Don't even enter into that agreement. You can't cajole some people to enter into agreement only to come out later to say they are asking for too much. Another issue, Chike, that we are not even looking at. The ASU will call off their strike. They will withdraw the threat. But SANU, NAT, and some other affiliate union within the university, they are kicking. Especially the comment made by the Minister of State for Education, wherein it described SANU and other union as being in the majority. The sharing formula is the problem now. The 22.547 billion that the federal government is releasing, the ministry has agreed that ASU will take 75%, while other union will take 25%. The other SANU, they said they disagree with that sharing formula. That something needs to be done, that the federal government is deliberately using some of this formula to instigate a divide and rule. That is the idea of provision of essential service. Of course, we know members of the academic staff they are more in the educational sector, especially in the university, you understand, than the other union. However, I think the sharing formula of 75 to 25% is uncalled for. Let the government still look into that. I only brought that because we will not claim to be solving one problem and at the same time
plunging another into more.
Yes, creating other problem. If the federal government is releasing money, because any moment from now we are going to be having a situation where the government had to blackmail the other union. That they are asking for too much. Why should they go on strike? They have answered ASU and what have you. If they actually are entitled to part of this money, let us come up with a workable and acceptable sharing formula. Don't forget, the government has agreed that we are going to release this money. But I think the comment made by the Minister of State for Education shows that the Minister of State for Education is biased and is tilting toward the area of ASU, the position of ASU. Of course, ASU could take the lion's share, but the lion's share should not be like 75
to 25.
So something has to be done as far as that is concerned. ASU can grant the university education in Nigeria. SANU, another affiliate union, can also decide to withdraw their services, because if they withdraw their services, ASU itself cannot function. So we should look at that. We should look at that symbiotic relationship from that angle, not a situation where government is trying to bring up the vendor rule, use money to divide them again. At the end of the day,
all right,
we'll go back to
Austin, you have to take a breather there.
We do need to go on a quick commercial break, but I want to say something quickly before we go, because if the federal government is asking ASU to take the larger share and SANU to take 25%, why can't ASU, reject this as well and say, oh no, we stand with our other sister body unions so that we can, come to a much more reasonable agreement? Because I feel if ASU does not rejects the sharing formula too as well, it will give them much more of a headway. But I'm just going to tell you to hold that thought, and when we come back from this commercial break, you can tell us your thoughts. Don't go anywhere.
Special season. Àwọn kan wà lórílẹ̀‐èdè yìí tó ń kojú nǹkan tá à ń pè ní sweet palava, ìdààmú dídùn bí akin tí ń rò bóyá kó òun wọkọ̀ ayọ́kẹ́lẹ́ tuntun òun kalẹ̀ sápọ̀ ọ̀tún nínú ọgbà alẹ́ òun. Ìdààmú báyọ̀ ń tiẹ̀ ní bóyá kó òun fi kọ́kọ́rọ́ tẹ̀ ẹ̀rọ amúnáwá tuntun òun tàbí kó òun fi rìmóòtì ìparọ́rọ́ tẹ̀. Bákan náà ní Fúnkẹ́ tí ń sí ẹ̀rọ amómi tuntun rẹ̀ lọ́bọ̀ léraléra. Kí ló lè fàrú èyí? Glow Joy Unlimited Extravaganza ló tó bẹ́ẹ̀. Tí ìwé náà bá fẹ́ ní ìrírí sweet palava ìdààmú dídùn tirẹ̀ pé *611# kó o sì rìsáàjì iye tó tó ₦500 lọ́sọ̀ọ̀sẹ̀ láti kópa nínú Glow Joy Unlimited Extravaganza yìí. Oríṣiríṣi ẹ̀bùn tó lé ọ̀kẹ́ márùndínlọ́gbọ̀n 500,000 ló wà nílẹ̀ fún jíjẹ láwọn bíi ọkọ̀ ayọ́kẹ́lẹ́ agẹ́rẹ́, ẹ̀rọ amúnáwá, ẹ̀rọ amóhùnmáwòrán, ẹ̀rọ amómitutù àtọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ẹ̀bùn alárinrin mìíràn. Bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí rìsáàjì báyìí kó o lè jẹ̀bùn. Àdéhùn àtàsọtẹ́lẹ̀ wà ṣá o.
Glow Joy Unlimited.
An exciting day at school begins with breakfast plus Peak 456 growing up milk fortified with DHA to support brain development.
Grow up strong and smart with Peak 456 growing up milk every day.
For those wondering why Schweppes changes look, experience tells us. Change is inevitable. Schweppes, made with over 200 years of experience.
Hello! We believe you're enjoying Titan Farms products like Titan Rice, Yam Flour, Rice Flour, Titan Oil, and others. Oh yes! With Titan Farms, there's always something more. Give your child the best gift by buying any of our lots at Titan Farms Estate, Opulent City, Monia, Edianyure, Regal Gardens, Soka, Cherry Court, Ilaji, and enjoy freebies like 500 blocks, 20 bags of cement, free survey, deed of assignment. That's not all. Here's the big deal. For every land you buy in your child's name at Titan Farms Estate, you can get a loan to sort your child's school fees if need be at no interest for up to 3 months. Yes, you heard me. No interest for 3 months. To enjoy this limited offer, quickly call 0906 007 9714 or visit Titan House opposite Motor Dealer Park, New Garage Road, Ibadan, or check us out on www.titanfarms.org.
To all the children of the world, standing tall and trying to grow. You can have it when it's warm, and then sing this song. I love my Indomie, Indomie, Indomie. Yes, I love my Indomie.
Indomie noodles. Tasty nutrition, good for you.
Yes, children love Indomie.
With INT'L Home Broadband device, your home is connected and you all can focus on the important things in life. Enjoy the finer things in life in the INT'L HBB seasonal offer. Visit any certified INT'L shop to get a 4G MiFi at 9,999 Naira plus up to 55 gigabyte bonus data, or router at 19,999 Naira plus up to 160 gigabyte bonus data. Offer valid while stock lasts. Terms and conditions apply.
INT'L, the smartphone network.
32 FM 94.9. Filling the world with laughter.
All right, welcome back. It's the Break of Dawn newspaper review on 32 FM 94.9. Join us live on YouTube at 32 FM 949 Ibadan, where you get to watch us live and drop your comments there. Before we went on that break, Lady asked Austin a question, and Austin, I'd love you to react to that maybe just in 1 minute. 1 minute, so we move on to other headlines and we open the phone lines.
Yes, I think Lady does not really understand the political dynamics in some of these institutions. You wanted ASU to fight for SANU, NASU, and what have you.
Aren't they supposed to be sister unions?
ASU want to take 100%. You understand? They want to take 100% of this money. You are only looking at an ideal situation, but the reverse is the case. In any case, some of this union, federal government will always take side to be able to bring one part together to dominate the others. Have you forgotten the story between National Association of Resident Doctor and Nigerian Medical Association? This news is still very fresh. So that's the situation. It's not as if ASU cannot fight for SANU, but ASU in itself want to even take 100% of the share.
All right, there's this headline quickly before we pick the calls. Remember the numbers to call: 070-55,949, 080-97,949. Panic as tanker explosion rocks Ibadan. Yesterday night, it happened, and many people were in their homes and around the NTA road. And then it happened. There was a panic around NTA road in Agodi yesterday night, Thursday night, as a petrol-laden tanker exploded in the area. And Punch newspaper gathered that no life was lost in the raging fire, which also destroyed 2 private vehicles. The director of operations of Oyo State Fire Service, Ismail Adeleke, when contacted, said no life was lost and that they were there and to react to the inferno quickly. And the headline there: Panic as tanker explosion rocks Ibadan. It's a time, ember months, and then little sparks.
The weather is very
dry. Is very fragile now.
Yes, I think we have to be very careful, especially with highly flammable
materials or
substance.
Yeah.
So that we have to also keep our life. I passed through that road this morning. We had to turn to take the other side, the jam site, governor's office, the secretariat, and what have you.
Federal secretariat.
Yes, there's going to be serious traffic there this morning. Apart from the fact that no life was lost, the rescue or response team, they came on time. Let's also look at the possibility of traffic diversion, because it's going to be really hectic for people that may be going to work this morning. Immediately I passed.
Okay. All right, Austin. The phone lines are buzzing already. Hello, good morning.
All right, kindly turn down the volume on your radio set. Remember, when you call in, turn down the volume on your radio set.
Hello,
move
Hello,
away from
good
it.
morning.
Hello, good morning.
Lide, Austin, and Kike.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Austin, I love the way you answer Lide's question about ASU. See what is happening in our hospital something. We have some union dominate others. If ASU wants good education for us, since 2003 or so that they have been signing agreement, they should have started with primary, secondary, technical colleges, polytechnic college operations, so that the improvement should be there. I don't want to use this statement. ASU is at least read it to themselves. In their institution, we have some NASU, SANU people that have PhD in library, in a laboratory. ASU should be considerable in improving education. I'm not saying they do not fight for their rights, but they are not doing so. They are not helping the other people to fight for their own rights. Have a nice time.
All right, thank you for calling. 070-55,949, 080-97,949. Those are the numbers to call to get to us in the studio. Which one of these headlines resonates with you this morning? Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Elijah from Coca-Cola.
All right, make your comments brief.
Yeah, I'm more concerned about the issue of this petroleum product. And I think the government has never been serious. I mean the government, and more importantly, the present government, because Muhammadu Buhari promised us that they will build a new refinery in each zone of the federation, which means six new refinery will come on board apart from the one they bet on ground. And up to the moment, nothing is working. The one on ground is not working to the at the optimum capacity, and the new one we never see them. That's the lie they came with, because they don't have the blueprint of any program that will make life abundance for the people just to get power. Thank you.
All right, thank you for calling. 070-55,949, 080-97,949. There's this headline here from the Daily Trust this morning. Buhari speaks on NSAS panel report. Finally, President Muhammad Buhari has reacted to the report of the Lagos, the panel the Lagos state government set up to probe police brutality. And then after the violence broke out during the protest, which held for weeks at Lekki Tollgate in Lagos. Okay, what's Mr. President saying? Quoting him, he said, so many state governments are involved and have given different terms of reference to the probe panels. And then the federal government will react as soon as the reports get to them. That's the words from Mr. President.
Yes, we are looking at that in a matter of, let's say, 2 weeks from now. All eyes are on Lagos, because Lagos was the epic center yes, at that particular point in time. So there's nothing that will be different in the white paper from the report that we have. Like we said, I think on this platform, white paper is not a big deal. You understand? The report is out already.
So let's wait for the white paper, right?
So let's wait for the white paper. And
hello,
the
good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, good morning, TK. Good morning, Lady. Austin, good morning. God bless my brother. This is the voice of the first people. On the issue of the statement credited to minority leader in the House of their head, that Alhaji Lai Mohammed should resign voluntarily or to be sacked is a welcome statement for his failure to perform his duty very well. Thank you. Have a nice day.
All right. Thank you for calling the radio station. Hello. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Adeshu from Dubai.
All right. Let's make it brief.
Just like Alhaji has said on the issue of this question. No, I always said it. I said it 2 days ago. When this government came, increased it like almost 100%. And now tell me, what was the justification for the king in every environment? When the previous government said, let's increase just like 7 naira, all of us increased the risk for the kids for 2 weeks. And if it was done, the government had to cancel this kind of scheme. For this whole scheme, and increase it with no challenges. Now, that is where they are going again. Now, let's look and see. If this not anything is not possible now, you will see they will intentionally create the artificial thing again. So that you guys will now understand. And again, on the issue of missing money, so the video.
All right, we just have to let you go. 070-55,949, 080-97,949. Those are the numbers to call in case you're a first-time listener on this dial. It's 94.9 and the station is 32 FM Ibadan. You can watch us live on YouTube and drop your comments there. The handle there is 32 FM 949 Ibadan.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Welcome to the show. Your name and where you're calling from.
This is the president of Mobashiram. I'm appealing to all Nigerians to keep on praying to Almighty God for divine pension. Because I don't think nothing possible will come out from this present administration. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Please, a second.
Okay.
About the minority leader that are saying Lai Mohammed should resign. Minority leader can help us bring this out the report of what we call it, $15 billion electricity fund that we shared in 2007. We should please bring it out so that electricity will be available to everybody. Have a nice time.
All right, thank you for calling. 070-55,949, 080-97,949. Those are the numbers to call. Austin, you want to react quickly to some of these calls?
Yes, especially the aspect that has to do with petroleum products. I think the government need to do the needful. Nothing must happen at this time. because the Nigerian masses are overburdened already. There is poverty in the land, there is hardship, there is tension, the economy is volatile. So the government could do everything to ensure that the status quo remains. Like I said earlier, removal of subsidy is the best option, but you don't build something on nothing.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Welcome to the show. Your name and where you calling
Yeah,
from?
God bless you, right there and Chike. You see, not only that Lai Mohammed should, this is Fagbemi from Ibadan.
All right.
Not only that Lai Mohammed should resign, both the President Buhari, Lai Mohammed, Lagos State Governor, Tinubu, must be prosecuted for massacre. That is by the way. I'm interested in the statement credit to Professor Banji Akintoye. It's valid. The federal government, Lagos people, including Tinubu, are fueling the anti-Yoruba activities. We know it, even if they don't tell us. They attack his house in Ekiti. They attack Sunday Igboho. They attack Ketano and many others.
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? Can I engage you a little bit? Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Now, what issues do you have with Tinubu as per the NSAS thing? Because you're mentioning his name. He's not part of the government. He wasn't. He
wasn't cited in the report released by the Lagos Judicial Panel. He wasn't cited. Tinubu was not cited in the report. Was not indicted. He was not indicted in the report released by the Judicial Panel. So why would you mention him to be, persecuted? Now, we're not trying to put anyone in quotes under unnecessary pressure. We're just trying to state facts. Please stick to the facts.
Okay, that's what we say in this country. We say to the facts. We know, we live with them, we know them, we are together. Don't need the answers. Do you know it is the federal government that sponsor people to come and interrupt the youth? They are saying hoodlum. There's no hoodlum anywhere.
All right,
we know
I'm going
them.
to have to let you go.
Okay, we'll have to let you go. Thank you. Okay, one last call before we round off. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Chike.
Good morning.
Chike, well done.
Yes, sir.
Please, Nigerians should please stop mentioning Tinubu about the issue of the Lekki massacre. We need to do our findings without mention people on here. It's quite unfortunate. Well done.
All right, thank you. Austin, your final thoughts before we leave.
Yes, I think it's a matter of a political party. When you don't belong to certain party, you feel that the other. We should not be too sentimental or emotional. Okay. We should always allow reason to prevail. At the initial, a lot of people feel that this Lagos panel, nothing good can come out of it. But now they have brought up a report that looks like a true reflection of what happened. So why don't you give them the benefit of the doubt? I keep saying this. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has done relatively well, in my own view, as far as this NSAS issue is concerned. It is the federal, because Sanwo-Olu said somebody died at that time, and we could see him visiting people with gunshot injury in the hospital. My grounds is with the federal government, who till now still believe that no life was lost. So this is the issue. When we get fat, let's look at our fat. Whichever way, I feel that this issue can no longer be swept under the carpet because it's open already. The white paper is just a ceremonial thing.
All right, thank you for your thoughts there. Thank you for featuring on the Break of Dawn newspaper review on 32 FM 94.9. Well, dear listener, thank you for being there. My name is Chike Obogu, wishing you a very wonderful weekend ahead. Good morning and have a great day.
My name is Olaide Amosu. Up next is INT'L with Smart Kids, and after that we have Papa Fendor with the crew. Have a wonderful Friday morning. Good day.
32 FM 94.9, filling the world with laughter.
You're listening to 32 FM 94.9.
Ìkànnì Adẹ́rìn-Pòṣónú.
32 FM, the Pioneer Joy Station.
32 FM.
The station admired by other radio stations.
32 FM.
One tagline is never enough. 32 FM 94.9. Filling the world with laughter.
Are you ready?